Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Very good afternoon to all at Pellium and all the dear participants of this very valuable program. Let us straight away go to our topic. I am hopeful that you have attended the last program on wound care, that was bed sore. Sir, can you enable my screen sharing, please?
Please right now.
Okay, sir. So today is the part 2 of the wound management, that is fungating wound. Many of you might have seen these type of wounds on the patients, especially the cancer patients. Okay. So what is this type of wound? What is the definition? And what is the cause of it? Okay, so let us begin with that. So this type of wound is a mass of malignant cells, okay, which have infiltrated the epithelium and the surrounding blood and lymph vessels also. Okay, so that is why it gives a variety of signs and symptoms. It is thought that it is complication of the cancer tumor, and it may develop in the advanced disease. And generally they are caused by the direct infiltration of the skin, tissue, mucosa, and the vessels by the tumor itself. Okay, and there will be metastatic deposit. Okay, and it may be from a primary skin tumor also. Okay, and why is it so important in our palliative care? Okay, many times it is observed that the patient mainly belonging to the lower socio-economical status, they suffer a lot because of such wound, because basically they are deprived of good care. That is what is observed in many cases. Okay, and it is also observed through research that around 5 to 15% of cancer patients will have this fungating wound, and it becomes very traumatic because for patient it will be a continuous visual reminder of the disease, okay, and the worsening part of it especially, and it the wound, if it is on the observable skin surface for others, then for others also it will be very painful. Okay. For patient, it will be along with pain, there will be lot of exudate, and it can cause massive bleeding and malodor also. Okay. And without treatment, this will have and they can extend, and it can have massive damage to the site itself, and the patient will be suffering a lot. And providing comfort to this type of patients is our primary objective. So what are the characteristics and where they can be found? So there will be fungal crater, or it will look like cauliflower. Okay, so appearance will be very ugly looking. It will grow very rapidly, and it will ulcerate also very rapidly. Basically, it affects all the blood vessels in the surrounding area. Okay, it can proliferate and fistulate also with the cavities. Okay, and plus to the skin, and variety of symptoms will be seen. That's what we just discussed in the previous slide. Most common site for this fungating wound is the breast wound, okay, arising from breast cancer. It can occur virtually anywhere on the body part. Okay. Mainly it is seen on head and neck type of cancer also. Soft tissue sarcoma. Many times it appears in kidney and bladder and lung, uh, those tissues where it gets metastatized, okay? Plus ovary, vagina, colon, penis. Okay? These are the common sites where they will be seen very much easily. And they are very particularly for individualistic in presentation. Here we can see a person who is having head and neck cancer and the fungating wound on the side of the neck just below the ear. And you can see that at many places he is having new growth also where it will again proliferate. Okay, so we can imagine the vast area that it will cover. Okay, and when it is on the neck, all the major vessels supplying to brain will get penetrated by this kind of wound, and the patient can land up into major problem. Let us see the process of development. Okay, so there is fungating lesion that will rapidly proliferate to cells. Okay, and the appearance will be like cauliflower. There will be ulceration. Okay, so it will leave open spaces with margin. Okay, and there will be erosion also, sinus development also. Why symptoms occur? When the vessels are affected, there will be the deficiency in the blood flow. Okay, so the cells will have very poor perfusion, okay, and there will be hypoxic regions, and that will cause necrosis of the tissue in the area. When there is absence of lymphatic vessels, you can imagine that there will be increased interstitial fluid. Okay, so there will be increased extravascular pressure also. Okay, and that will cause collapse of blood vessels, and there will be lot of exudate. So that is second major symptom. Then comes when there is excessive proliferation. We know that cancer cells proliferate exaggeratedly, okay, and the acidic pH of the extracellular fluid will be deviated. Just a second, can you please pardon me? There will be interference with the clotting mechanism, and there will be tissues which will bleed very easily, and they will be very delicate. Okay. When there is moist necrosis, it will cause colonization and infection at the local level. Okay. And there will be both the kind of bacteria, anaerobes as well as aerobes. Okay. That will cause volatile fatty acids. Okay. And again, it will cause malodor and plus the exudate. Okay. So major all four signs and symptoms we have seen.
Anna ma'am, you are muted.
Sorry. Yes, so in such kind of wound, healing will not be our objective. What we will see is that how the signs and symptoms which we saw in the earlier slides, how we can break that chain of occurrence, okay, and give maximum comfort to the patient, and plus the relatives also, because they also will be very badly affected because of the wound. And this kind of wound will not heal fully. Okay, so whatever symptomatic relief we can give to the patient, that should be done. Okay, so that will be the goal. And how to do that? That we have learned the holistic assessment. Okay, so on the patient part also and his physical problem of wound, both should be assessed very precisely. Then only we can give maximum relief to the patient. So management should be guided by the problems identified by patient himself or herself. That is the best way, because he or she only can explain it very well, that what he is suffering with, what problems he is having. Okay. And with the help of professionals, we can give maximum benefit, maximum comfort to the patient in such situation. Okay, never to forget that such wound is chronic in nature and very complex to manage. Okay, so it will demand a very meticulous plan of care, which will be individualized. Okay, each person will present the problems in a different way. So each patient is different. We have learned many times in our nursing. Okay, so basically, depending on the patient's overall reaction, we will be giving care to the patient. Treatment plan will often include significant amount of psychological care also, social support also, okay, on both the parts, patient as well as relatives. So why assessment on regular basis needed? Okay. We have many times seen that the assessment part is very important, because not only when we are taking care for the first time when we are planning, okay, but also to see that how much the care which we have given, what treatment we have given, what is the effect of it. Okay. If there is any side effect of the treatment occurring in the patient, okay, so and plus when we are giving care to the patient, very closely we get attached to the patient. Okay, so overall quality of life also, we will have an chance to get an insight into it. Okay, so that way also we will be helping the patient. Okay, so let us take a few minutes out of this presentation, and you can see two wounds here. One lady is there who is having fungating wound on her cheek, left cheek. Okay, basically she had primary tumor of the oral cancer. Okay, and from there she developed this wound. Okay, and second person is having on the leg. Okay, so let us have assessment points. You can write down assessment points in your jot down on paper. Okay, following the holistic approach. Okay, so under all four areas, let us make a list of problems this patient can have. We can have 2 minutes for this. You can share in the chat box also. Yes, anyone has made list? You can share in the chat box. what physical problems the patient will be having, what psychological problems this lady will have, social problems and holistic problems. Okay. I'm sure a few points you must have jotted them down in the paper. Okay, so here are the list of physical problems. Okay, why we want that? Because many patients, as we saw, that they are not getting enough access to expert care. Okay, so and we want to improve their condition. Okay, and when they don't get proper care and proper attention, what happens? The patient will have a lot of anxiety. Relatives will also have a lot of anxiety. They will lack into confidence, and they will that particular part will lead to their social isolation. Okay, so these are some only few of the physical problems I have tried to write down. Okay, so first we should see that where the wound is, whether the wound is seen by only the patient or is it seen by others also, right? Because there will be a lot of questions from other people, right? When they see such wound, what has happened? How are you? I think you are having bad days, this, that, right? That type of check they will have. Okay, so that will have many times bad effect on the psychological part of the patient. Okay. Then second thing should be noted is the tissue type in the wound bed. What kind of tissue are seen? How much is the exudate from the wound? Is it giving very bad odor? Okay, what is the severity of odor that is coming out of the wound? What is the pain level? Okay, pain level is not only for the wound, okay, but it should also involve while you are doing dressing of the wound. Okay. Then itching, any itching is there on the wound. Okay, pruritus is there on the wound and surrounding skin, because the exudate will cause the chemical irritation in the healthy skin tissue surrounding the wound. Okay, so you should also observe the condition of the skin. Then effects on the daily activities of living, that will have a lot of problem. Okay, why? Because imagine this lady who is having such bad wound on her cheek. Okay, so naturally her relatives may not allow her to give cook in the kitchen. So which she was years, and now it is not possible for her to go to even to kitchen. Okay, so you can imagine her pain. Then you should also see about the frequency of dressing, how frequently it is needed, because there will be a lot of accident. So the patient will require lot of not only the amount of dressing material, but the frequency also. How much comfort patient is having during this dressing change. Plus the dressing will be very much bulky. Okay, so that can also cause another problem. Observe that whether there is infection, secondary infection or not in the okay. Now the psychological impact. Can you imagine such wound on your own body? It is best said that unless you put your feet into patient's shoes, you will not come to know what he is going through. So imagine yourself in the patient's side and see what type of problems, psychological issues are coming out. So the patient may have changed the appearance. Okay, and for a lady, you can imagine what will happen to her when totally there is change of scenario. Okay, the condition, the wound will be very gruesome. All the symptoms will be so gruesome and unpredictable that plus it will consume lot of time also for the dressing while we are doing or the relatives are doing, the pain she is undergoing. Okay, so that will make the patient lose dignity, identity, confidence, and many times relationships also. Symptom distress will make huge impact on the activities of daily chores in the house. The person will have a lot of communication difficulties, the cosmetic effect of the bulky dressing. So all these things will lead the person into social isolation. Many times the person may be rejected by the society. A stage of denial will be there. There will be, because of rejection and defeat, the person will be having lot of agony, depression, embarrassment, and non-acceptance of limited prognosis will lead to all these symptoms. Patient will be very fearful, okay, because each day the wound, the tissues will proliferate more and more. Okay, so the patient will come to know that now the end is near. Okay, and you can imagine the person many times have the feeling of guilt also. Okay, so it is very, very difficult to assess all these things. Many times unexplainable and difficult to identify because patient would hardly like to talk about it. Okay? You can just try to talk with the patient, put one question, how are you? And you will have a list of the problems which are coming into his or her daily life. Next, the social issues. Okay, so for any lady, body image has great impact on one's identity and relationship. Okay, even for the spouse who is very near for all these years. Okay, but what now? Whether she would be acceptable, whether he would be acceptable, what? Okay. Female patient will feel loss of confidence, even males also, not only females. Okay. But attractiveness is more for female side within, right? So you can imagine the order which is coming from the womb into the surrounding environment. Many times we feel that when we go for dressing, oh, such bad order is coming. But have you imagined that patient and the relatives are staying 24/7 in such environment? What would be the effect on their relation? So information on the needs of patient and family should be identified. Any restrictions are there due to dressing changes? There may be. Okay. Is there any feeling of disgust, self-respect lost, self-esteem lost, even sexuality? We in the Indian scenario hardly talk about it, but it is very high value in the family business. Okay. Effect of the wound, the person will be feeling very shameful, social isolation, people have rejected, no one to meet, no one to talk. Okay. and the social support many times is lost. All the resources are used up. Poor economical condition. All the whatever they had, bank balance is lost. Okay. Whether they had it or not, that is also many times a big question. So very delicate issue to deal with. Even the relatives many times, because when the carer is taking care of the patient, okay, he is also losing the job. Many times it happens. Many families, they have to sell away their property just to take care of the patient. So what about the next generation? If the children are there, what about their education? There are so many things. Last not but not to least is spiritual issues. Taking as punishment from God. Many times patient would be thinking that I must have done something wrong in my past. That's why God is angry with me. I have not worshipped enough. Why it has occurred only to me, not to other person in the family? Person may get very, many times the person is very religious, very faithful. Then also such condition occurs. So why this has happened to me? Though I was very good, I have never said lie. I was so faithful. And because of the rejection from community, and many times people think that he must be carrying some curse, family must be having some curse. That's why this has happened, this has occurred in their family. So the whole family will be rejected. Okay? And in due course, there may be loss of faith in God. Many times it is seen that patient either becomes too religious or too much loss of faith is seen. Person may lose the very purpose of life. So it results in utter despair. Now, let us see how we can help. Okay. So in such condition, the care will circle around these things. Okay. Already we have seen the signs and symptoms. Okay. So, sorry. Yeah. So malodor, maggots may take place. Okay. They come and crawl all around. Other infection has taken place. Pain is there, bleeding is there, exudate is there. Right. So care of all these things will be the care of patient. Okay. Or simply remember Hope's model. So that also is very easy to remember, but complicated to take care. Fine. So first, many times what happens that if the radiation therapy, chemotherapy are done okay, for the palliative purpose, it will not be curing the condition, not curing the tumor. Okay, for the palliation purpose, so that the signs and symptoms will be under control. If secondary infection is there, then debridement may be done. Some minor surgery may be done. Okay. So basically to control the infection. Okay. Plus systemic antibiotics would be given. Okay. The person is having pain, right? So identify, assess from PQRST, right? And give suitable analgesic. Sometimes just before dressing, 30 minutes say, we can give extra dose of morphine also, so that while doing dressing, the patient will have less pain. If the person is having burning pain and stinging pain, then you can have lignocaine jelly, okay, and apply it over the wound. Okay, so that will also have, it will reduce the sensation. Incidental pain only on movement, right? That is, so many times ketamine sublingual can also be given. Okay, now comes the malorder. So why malorder is taking place? We have just seen the pathophysiology that anaerobic bacterial growth in the dead tissue will cause it. Okay, so what to do? Patient can be asked to take daily bath before dressing. Okay, so that will remove all the dead tissues and it will be easier for the carer also, healthcare professional also, to remove the to detach the tissues easily without causing much pain. Okay, so with the help of saline, wound should be drained. Okay, clean it nicely, make it dry, and then apply metronidazole. What is done here? Sometimes you can use the liquid also, the pint which comes, no, metronidazole, that also can be used. But ideally in palliative care, what we do is we keep the crushed metronidazole tablets. That is more effective. And then it is applied on the wound. And then the wound is closed. Many times systemic metronidazole is also given if needed. For the painful wound, along with this powder, we can mix lignocaine jelly. Okay, so that will reduce pain also. And such dressing should be done twice a day, at least. Then the order will be restricted. For infection is there, then antimicrobials can also be used topically. Odor control using dressing containing charcoal can also be used. Okay, charcoal dressings are available, though they are very costly. Okay. Another is that what you can do is keep the charcoal piece below the bed of the patient. So whatever the bad odor is there in the atmosphere, it will absorb. So in that way also it will help. Plus you can use the aerosols, okay? Room fresheners in that way. Kapoor also many times is helpful to control odor in the, that is in the atmosphere. Because all the bad odor will cause patient to lose appetite also. Relatives will also have similar effects. Okay, so to control that is very essential. What about exudate? The person will have large amount of exudates, and it will cause, it will greatly affect patient's quality of life. So moderate to large quantity of exudate, if it is found, okay, generally it is because of permeability of vessel, blood vessels and lymph vessels in that enzymes. Okay, so other problems which it can cause is that maceration of the tissues will take place, which are surrounding the wound. Okay, plus there will be leakage from the dressing material. Okay, it will also attract flies, house flies, which will sit and then produce maggots also. Okay, so it can lead to other things, other complications. Okay, so to reduce exudate or control exudate is important. Okay, so absorbable dressing has to be used, which can easily, and it can absorb more amount of exudate. That is important. There's many foam dressings are available. Alginates are also available. Okay, so along with super absorbent products based on the diaper technology that is mainly used. But many times what happens, these patients are coming from very poor families. Okay, so all of them, they will not be affordable for such high-fi treatment. Okay, so for them, what we can advise is use sterile dressing. We have to teach them how to sterile dressing. Right? Last time also we had discussed. Okay, and clean cloth pieces can be used, which are highly absorbent. Okay, so such pieces can be used. Many places they are also provided with the dressing material, common dressing material. What we use, cotton and made up of cotton and gauze. Okay, so that can also, but the dressing becomes very bulky. One should be remembered that all the part of the wound should be covered. Slight, even very slight space is there that will attract flies. They will sit there, okay, and place eggs, and then what will happen? The maggots will be produced. Okay, so we don't want patient to go into that situation. So at least this much we should do. Plus local level, many times they also use honey. Okay. How honey is useful? That we know the property of honey, right? It is antioxidant, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory also. Okay, so what should be done? Honey is actually applied over the dressing material. Okay, and then that dressing material is put on the wound. Okay, so in that way also, and it can be applied at any stage of the wound. There is no fixed that it should be applied only on a particular stage or what. Okay, not like that. So after cleaning the wound, it should be applied. Okay, and replacement of the dressing should be done as and when required. That means when the dressing material is soaked by the wound exudate. Silver also is used and iodine is also used. Only thing is that the clothes will be stained because of that. Okay, so that care can be taken. So frequent change of dressing is required, at least twice a day, and if required, more. Consider the surrounding skin's health also, because the chemical reaction, it will be very much irritating. Okay, so for that surrounding skin, for protection, we can use barrier film products that will be useful. Okay, so minimize the skin contact with the exudate. Okay, suitable barrier cream can be used. Okay, and like zinc paste we can use, so that will be useful. Many cases palliative radiotherapy may be beneficial to reduce the exudate, but of course the side effects should be always considered and told to the patient and relatives. These are some of the antimicrobial agents that are used along with the beneficial effects of that are given in the table. So foams there are there, that will promote moist wound environment and does not adhere to the tissue. Okay, so damage to the tissues is helpful. It is prevented. Okay, multiple shapes and sizes are available, so all the part of the wound can be covered. Calcium alginates are there; they are used to cover or fill the wound bed. Yeah, and it will also absorb lot of drainage. Yeah, it will help in hemostatic agent also. It will work as it. Honey, as we saw, silver also. Okay, so it is also a acts as broad spectrum bactericidal effect. Charcoal dressing, as we saw, okay, so it will absorb gas molecules. Okay, so it will help in the prevention of bad odor. Baking solution is also used. So that is also helpful, and metronidazole, of course. What if the bleeding is taking place? Okay, because small vessels, big vessels also many times will be eroded by the wound. Okay, so soaking is important. Okay, so it should not come out, blood should not come out. Local pressure can be applied for 10 minutes or more as required. If there is any infection, then that should be taken care of. Many times, topical sucralfate powder is applied. The tablet is crushed and applied. Okay, so it will form coating and it will help. Systemic ethamsulate will also help. Even tranexamic acid is also used. Sometimes adrenaline packs are also used, but it should be used. It will be absorbed further, start more bleeding. So it should be carefully used. So what should be taught to the caretaker? First and foremost is how to make saline. That is important. How to steam, sterilize the dressing material. Not to forget that he has to wash hands before and after dressing. Okay. There may be a lot of exudate and sometimes bleeding also. So the person can use dark colored clothes. Okay, so that person, patient as well as the relatives, if small kids are there in the family, they should not get scared by sight of the blood. Proper disposal is also again very, very essential. How to dispose of. So mainly burning is what is taught, and regular follow-up with the healthcare team. So these things are very much essential and should be pressed upon to follow. What if maggots develop? Okay. So prevention is that not the slightest gap should remain while covering the wound. Okay. So regular cleaning should be there and dressing should be there. That is must, okay, for the prevention. Now, if at all maggots appear, then what to do? So we can take turpentine in small cloth of the gauze and keep near the wound. Not to pour it in the wound because it is very irritating chemical. Okay, so the turpentine soap gauze near the wound. What will it do? It will suffocate the maggots. It will cut off the oxygen supply to the maggots in the wound. Okay, so maggots will come out of the wound. And at that time, you have to catch them one by one with the thumb forceps. Okay, and place in a, again, turpentine bowl. Okay, you should never follow the maggots because as soon as you try to catch them, they will go back in the wound. Okay, and if you try to follow with your thumb forceps, then you will injure the wound. Okay, and there can be more bleeding. So that should never be done. Every 3 to 4 days, this procedure should be repeated. Okay, and teach the carer also how to do it. Okay, and for prevention, it is must that patient should use mosquito net. So that will prevent the problem. So here is the wound that is shown with the maggots. Okay. Many places mineral oil they use, even ether, chloroform, ethyl chloride is also used to remove the thing and then do the dressing. Okay. After removal of the Maggot's dressing is done with the material. Okay. Many times surgical debridement may be necessary. Okay. And along with dressing, oral medication like systemic ivermectin, albendazole, clindamycin, that is known as triple therapy. Okay, so that also is very much useful. This is given in many research studies also. So triple therapy is also useful. Taking care of psychological issues, right? So counseling and coping mechanisms, what they can do, okay, how to cope, irregular visits by the relatives and palliative care team. Okay, keep the part covered, wear colored clothes, okay, drugs to reduce anxiety, depression. Whether patient is in anxiety or in depression, that also assessment is required. Social needs, counseling of the patient, not only the patient, but family members also. Involvement of social worker, right, in identification needs, okay, education of children, support from NGO, government system support, okay, use of various schemes, whatever is available in particular area, in particular country, that can be done. Spiritual needs, involving the spiritual leader, regular prayer meetings, etc., can also be helpful. So this will be our take-home message. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you very much. If any questions are there, we'll discuss. How many participants have seen fungating wounds? Okay.
Ma'am, I think Biswajit raised his hand.
Yes, yes.
Biswajit, you can if you want to start speaking, you can unmute and speak from your side.
Aloe vera gel is it has some drying mechanism also.
Ma'am, also one more chat from Sister Alice. That is,
Yes.
I have seen a
breast. Yes. Okay. Yes, that appears very bad, painful to see also. At our place, we apply only the Matrogel, and that we have not, and sucralfate also in the case of bleeding. That is there. Aloe vera gel, I have not seen particularly, but I have heard it dries up the wound. Especially if there is bed sore, it helps a lot. Any other experience anyone is having? I think, sir, we can move to the presentation, case presentation.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, today's presentation is Sister Ansi. She's working in ESI. Due to some family emergency, she can't able to attend today's session. But she sent the presentation. I think I can present from my side. And after the presentation, we can open this session for discussion. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. This is a call from Sister Ansi. Ma'am, we can start the presentation, ma'am. I think she can able to join the meeting. Once again, good afternoon to all. And today's case presentation by Sister Ansi. She's not here, so I am presenting this case. The patient details are a 78-year-old female patient diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma with lung metastasis. And present complaints of patient is foul smelling ulcer over left breast and severe pain, unable to go out from home because of foul smelling ulcer and depression. And history of illness. The patient having a lump over left breast for many years felt understand she is alone at home, no complaints of painful foul smelling over the left breast with occasional bleeding, dyspnea on excretion, mild cough, occasional chest pain by compulsion of one of her friends. She moved to the hospital and diagnosed as invasive ductal carcinoma with lung metastasis. And on examination, patient is pale in color, her BP is 180 by 100 mm of Fg, and respiratory rate is 28 breath per minute, and mild chest pain and cough, dyspnea on excretion, pruritus, and change in bowel and bladder pattern. And pain score is 18, numerical rating score, and wound inspection that shows ulcerating, fungating, foul smelling lesion or left breast and occlusion bleeding. And treatment, about treatment and investigation. First investigations are CBC, RFT, LFT, RVS, and chest X-ray done, and mammogram of right breast. Breast also showed a lump in the 6 o'clock position. PET scan, lung metastasis lesion, and echo revealed atrial myxoma. And in treatment, the patient received 3 cycles of palliative chemo and radiation, and proper wound dressing with Tegaderm, and advised deep breathing exercises. And psychosocial aspects, low financial status and no close relatives to care her and to hear her suffering, always in a depressive mood and reluctant to communicate effectively. And medications that tablet morphine 10 mg Q4H, and syrup lactulose 50 ml, tablet Pantop 40 OD, and Dexana to control bleeding, and Metrogyl 800 for dressing in the wound with Tegaderm. Advised deep breathing exercises. Main concern: pain, fungating ulcer, side effect of treatment, financial condition. She is alone. And summary: patient is very much depressed. She always tells she need to die. She is alone. With the proper health education and social support systems, she had undergone chemotherapy and radiation therapy effective. Her wound is dressed daily with zinc containing compounds to control exudates. Now she is having some relief of disease-related symptoms. A caretaker is arranged for her by the Residents Association. And the discussion points are how to hear quality, how her quality of life improved by the arrival of caretaker. And second discussion point is what we can do to hear to her to have a peace in her last days. Thank you. And these are the discussion points. And Amen. Ma'am,
Yes, sir. Yeah. So what to do about the quality of life? Okay, so the patient is having CA breast and metastasis in lungs, right, sir?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what will happen? Patient will be having breathing difficulty, right? Over the breast, she has fungating wound, right? Smelling. She stays alone. That is another thing. So we can make the symptoms under all the four headings, right? Physically, if we see, then she needs dressing regularly. Somebody should be there who will do dressing regularly. Somebody should be there who will take care of her pain. Painkiller should be given, right? Taking care of the nutritional aspect. She appears very pale also, right? So nutritional aspects also should be taken equally care of. And plus there will be impact of the smell of the coming from wound, which will be affecting her wish to eat, right? Suppressing the appetite, right? Sight of the wound is always there. Plus many times what happens, that sight of the dressing material itself will be a problem. Right? Many times we as nurses also, we try to change the dressing, but then for discarding it, we depend on other person. So it will be lying there for a long period of time. Meanwhile, what if the meals arrive? Right? That is about, of course, in the hospital scenario. Right? But now let us expect that at least the arrival of caretaker will take care of these points, right? So that is also essential. What kind of diet should be given, that will be taken care. In how much it has affected her capacity to eat, that is another question, right? Because she is also having treatment also, she is taking care whether she has lost her appetite or not. So all the factors also should be seen. Okay. Then her physical needs. It is also said that her bowel and bladder patterns are also changed, right? So that also can be effect of the treatment, or it might have happened that the cancer has spread to those organs also, right? So a proper investigation should be done, how much we can help. Naturally, the patient is suffering a lot. She may not like to undergo further investigations, right? She would think that, no, let me die peacefully. I don't want to undergo any further treatment. So as it is also said that she wants to die, right? So psychologically, socially also, she is so much uh, gone down that she thinks of suicidal thinking also has gone into her mind. Right? So that aspect of depression, whether the patient has gone into depression or not. So continuous assessment from the health professional is also essential to identify how much she is affected mentally. That should be done. Right? She is living all alone, as it is said. Right? So that also affects how she would be spending her time whole day. So again and again, same thoughts of illness will come to her mind because no one around to talk to. So what is the role of community also? It may happen that she is totally neglected from the community because as we discussed in our slides that she might be abandoned by the family, by the society. Then what? So whole society-based care also comes into part. So that also can be helpful. Peace in the last days. Who will be around her when she dies? Another question. Does she having any relative, any not near than any far, anyone is there or not? So that should be identified by the person. Some distant relative she might be having who can say, can come and talk at least few words. So she will feel better that, okay, somebody has come to see me. So that is essentially. Of course, economically, we many times we discuss about whether the person has the, advanced care, no? So preparation of the will, this, that, but is the patient having enough money to be passed on to her next generation? So again, a question mark. What about her economical condition? From where she is getting money? Who is helping her? So all that assessment is also should be done. Then only, yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I think in summary, the last sentence says that a caretaker is arranged from her by the Residents Association. I think she's getting some help from the Residents Association.
Okay. 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 So at least that much support she has got. Okay. Any other points other can add? Participants.
We expect some comments from the participants. Any comments or any suggestion, any discussion points? Lovely, ma'am.
I think maybe we can involve some of the members of the Residents Association to give her company. That is also most important in this case, because since she's alone, maybe like on daily basis, on hourly basis, like at least some time, to spend some time with her, so that means somebody to talk to other than the caregiver, because caregiver, even if they're appointed, like she may have routine. work, isn't it? Now, maybe some of the residents, our members, like volunteers, I mean, like maybe some of the volunteers should be asked to give her company so that she have a more social life. Thank you.
Yes, right. So at least for some time in a day, somebody should be there who can just sit and give time to her. And arranging and what she likes, what she dislikes, according to that activities, if some programs like that, how she can spend her time. That is very, very essential. Yes, anything? Any other points?
I think counseling also a good suggestion, ma'am. I think from the experts, because
Yes.
I think we can see that the patient is in the end stage.
Yes.
From a visit of social workers or any
Yes.
NGOs that is palliative care, they can give counseling. Then we can psychologically improve patient. Any comments from anyone? Sister Alice, you have any comments?
No, I don't.
Okay. Thank you, sister.
I was just thinking that ma'am has given an excellent presentation. So much she covered in a very short time. It's so nice to listen to a very, very academic presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I think last presentation, Sister Shelby, given how many suggestions points, I think Sister Shelby also not here today. She's busy with her duties. Any comments from anyone? You can unmute and start speaking. Otherwise, you can put on chat box. Any comments? No comments?
Oh, okay, sir, if there is no other comment, then can we wind up the session?
Yes, ma'am. I think there is no more comments. We can wind up the session. Our discussions are almost over. Or if you have any, not now, if you have any other doubts or comments, you can share it in our chat box. I will share with Anna ma'am, and ma'am will surely answer you. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I think there are more comments again. We can wind up the session, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am, for an excellent presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me
Okay,
chance
now,
again.
okay, now I will share a feedback link. Please do it now. That's a request.
Hmm.